The PlayStation 5 is launching with a few exclusive games that I'm definitely excited for. I'm talking about you, Miles Morales. But there are even more big games coming to the console beyond the holiday period. Here are 11 of the biggest PlayStation 5 games you should look out for in 2021. As announced at the PlayStation 5 showcase stream, Sony's Santa Monica studio is back at it again with a follow-up to the 2018 God of War. The teaser trailer for God of War Ragnarok was, well, definitely a tease, showing only the game's logo. But that's not stopping fans from trying to decipher the secrets it may hold anyway. On top of that delicious tease, in 2018's post-credits sequence, a user on Reddit analyzed the writing in the Ragnarok trailer, which may hint at a significant role for Freya in the sequel. This makes sense if you think about how things unfolded the last time we saw her. There were a lot of unanswered questions and even unentered realms in Ragnarok's predecessor that may be explored in the sequel, but we don't know much about the game just yet. But Kratos is back, and that's enough of a reason for me to keep my eyes on it. Also back is Aloy in Horizon Forbidden West, where she'll be navigating a new, larger world while finding a way to stop a mysterious Crimson Blight from destroying the land and all of those within it. The beautiful cinematic trailer for the Horizon Zero Dawn sequel showed off a few recognizable locations like the Golden Gate Bridge and the Grand Canyon. Naturally, they were under some very post-apocalyptic circumstances to further highlight that the story will be on the west coast of a far future America, specifically places that were once California, Nevada, and more. We also see a lot of exploration on land and even more underwater, which adds another element to the depth of the game. And of course, it's only right that in this new land, we'll also be facing some new machine threats. Kena: Bridge of Spirits was originally scheduled for release this year, but it got delayed to 2021. This new third-person action-adventure game is developed by Ember Lab, the same people who made the amazing Majora's Mask fan film Terrible Fate. So it's no surprise that the trailer and footage shown so far for Bridge of Spirits is just as full of atmosphere. You play as a young spirit guide named Kena who's looking for answers about a forgotten village and a strange curse. You'll build a team of adorable tiny spirit companions called Rot that are scattered throughout the land. These creatures will help you gain abilities, alter your environment, and so much more. You will have to make use of the fast-paced combat to defeat trapped and corrupted spirits to help them move on as you try to restore this once majestic world. Ghostwire Tokyo is a first-person action-adventure game where 99% of Tokyo's population has vanished, and it's up to you to fight the supernatural forces that caused it. The combat has been described as karate meets magic, as you use a series of intricate, martial arts-inspired hand gestures to cast spectral abilities and take down various paranormal threats. From what we've seen so far, you'll be able to wield fire, water, and electrical magic attacks along with a bow. When revealed in 2019, it was made clear that Ghostwire isn't like the survival horror games that Tango Gameworks is known for, but will definitely still have some eerie elements in the world. The game's combat director, Shinichiro Hara, has previously worked on Doom 2016, more specifically the push-forward combat and the glory kill system, so that might give you an idea of what to expect. All in all, I think Hara said it best when he said, "We want the player to feel like a badass, spellcasting, high-tech ninja exorcist defeating countless spirits." Returnal is a third-person sci-fi shooter with a few roguelike elements where you play as a space pilot who gets stranded on an alien planet. To make matters worse, you're also stuck in a time loop. The trailer and a few screenshots captured on the PS5 show a variety of alien enemies in a dark and creepy planet. It's up to you to find a way to break the cycle and survive. In the trailer, the main character says with every death, the world changes, which may be a key factor in the gameplay. Not much else has been showed since Returnal's debut in June, but the flashy weapons and abilities mixed with this mysterious story definitely have me interested. Here's another time loop extravaganza, but on the complete other side of the spectrum. Deathloop is a first-person action-adventure game where you play as Colt, an assassin who washed up on the shore of Black Reef and needs to defeat 8 targets in 24 hours to break the time loop he's stuck in. While it may sound easy, you have to deal with it all while being hunted by rival assassin Juliana. While Colt is trying to break the loop, Juliana wants to keep it intact, and you can even play as her in Deathloop's multiplayer and infiltrate the games of others. yours. But when it comes to the main story, the puzzle lies within how and when you kill your targets, changing the course of the loop to get your targets in more optimal scenarios, and doing it all within a single day. The combat footage we've seen shows a variety of guns and mobility options like sprinting and sliding, but there are also special abilities like a teleport and launching enemies with the flick of a wrist, giving me huge Dishonored vibes. The gameplay, tone, and story already have me picturing ways to conquer Black Reef. Revealed at DC Fandom in August, Gotham Knights is an open-world action RPG that is set in its own universe, so not the Batman Arkham canon, and takes place after the death of Batman. You can play as Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to fight against a new underworld that has taken over Gotham City. You can play the entire story solo or in two-player co-op, and each character will have their own progression paths to level up. Gameplay footage has already been shown off, which gives us a good in-depth look at how missions can be approached differently depending on your character and your playstyle. We even got a close look at one of the villains you'll face, Mr. Freeze. Each boss difficulty and fight style will scale and change based on your levels, so a fight at level 5 will be different than the same fight at level 50. Gotham Knights is starting to look like a really meaty game, and honestly, I can't wait to sink my teeth into it. This one is for all the fighting game heads out there. Guilty Gear Strive is the newest installment in the Guilty Gear series, and it's returning with its iconic, intense gameplay. There are 12 confirmed characters so far, with returning favorites like Soul Bad Guy, Faust, and more on the roster. A new mechanic added in Strive is the wall hit stick state, where certain attacks that you land on your opponent near a wall will cause them to stick to and slide down the wall itself. In this state, you have a chance to break the wall and transition the stage, similar to other fighting games like Tekken. This could lead to more damage or other setups. Guilty Gear Strive also introduces a brand new character named Nagoriyuki, who is a vampire with a number of unique and powerful abilities that he uses alongside a huge sword. The 6th main installment to the Far Cry series arrives in February 2021 and is set in the fictional country of Yara. Your goal is to take down Yara's dictator, Anton Castillo, who might look familiar to you if you're a fan of Breaking Bad. This first-person shooter lets you play as a guerrilla fighter trying to take down Castillo and his regime. Castillo's son Diego is another main character in Far Cry 6. Another important detail is that the Thanks for Hire system is back in the form of Amigos for Hire, and I am 100% prepared to protect Chorizo at all costs. His tiny wheelchair is filled with ammo and scopes and other things that will assist you in combat. CD Projekt Red has announced that The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is making its way to next gen. If you already own it on PS4 or Xbox One, you'll even get a free upgrade. The next gen edition will include ray tracing, faster loading times, and other improvements for not only the base game, but also both expansions and all extra content. GTA 5 may be 7 years old, but it's still making its way to the new consoles. PlayStation users get some special perks for GTA Online, such as $1 million in-game bucks for every month you play GTA 5 on PS4 until it's released on PS5. You'll even get to play GTA Online for free with a PS Plus membership for 3 months when it's released. The new version of GTA 5 will have a range of technical improvements, visual upgrades, and performance enhancements to take full advantage of the latest hardware. That's 11 of the biggest games headed to your PlayStation 5 next year. Which one are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to stay up to date on more PS5 news and content, then be sure to keep your eyes peeled to the GameSpot YouTube channel.